I'm currently updating my game, so we're going to be watching this. I saw this on my feed today. Um, it's about Poet Flacco. It's about Charleston White talking about Charleston White crash out on interviewer and walks out of podcast. If you don't know who Charleston White is, he is basically a shot jock. What some of you like to call me, but I'm not. But he basically says the opposite thing that nobody wants to hear. Some of it is true, a lot of it is not. He just basically says stuff to piss people off because it makes him money. But let's figure out what happened.
Beginning.
Not necessarily need people.
I come amongst y'all, homie, to play on y'all. I think
you can't play on me because I'm elite.
If you interviewing me, I done played on the elite. Why you think you done paid me to get here?
You ain't played on me. You think they playing on me?
I done played.
You think they're playing on me?
Listen, this is how I played on you. I got your attention to make you watch me. Reach out to me and say, hey man, let me talk to you.
We been fucking around, so this is the thing.
So that's what I'm saying. I played on you years ago to get you here.
Nah, that ain't playing on me. Hey, listen, this is business.
If you
ain't played on me, I'm elite.
How did you know me then?
Because I'm what? Hey, listen, this is. Hold on, let me explain. How you meet me? I met you. Let me explain.
Did you meet me on the internet?
Let me explain.
Did you meet me through the internet?
Of course.
You've been played on then. I come playing on the internet.
You ain't playing on me.
I got
my fortune from the internet. You ain't talking to one of them.
No.
See, that's the thing. We both playing in the same box.
We ain't talking about money.
No, we playing in the same box.
You ain't doing the numbers I'm doing.
This entire interview was a big D measuring contest, bruh. Who got the biggest D? And they was both out to prove that they got a bigger D than the other person. Because even in this exchange with
Charleston got a point though. He did. Everybody knows him for being. I literally just said this. Everybody knows Charleston for being a shot jock.
White is saying, "Hey, I'll play it on you. You're dumb. I outsmart you." He said, "Nah, I'm not dumb." But I'll be real with you, bro. All right. If Charleston White is saying, "Hey, I'm smarting you guys. I've conned you guys. I got the up on you guys," because Charleston White online is a character, and you guys are paying me to come and talk to you guys to say things that I don't even believe. And he's 100% right. He's playing a character online, and if you're paying tens of thousands of dollars for him to come and sit down and to tell you things that he don't mean, well,
you know what? It's not stupid. I mean, a lot of people don't like him. It's just risky, because I hate to bring this guy up, but the dude who recently got assassinated, Charlie Kirk, for his opinions, it's a dangerous game you're playing. Not saying he didn't believe what he said, whenever he was speaking it, in the essence of Kirk. It's just that you see that people, if you don't like what you say, people are going to that's what can happen when you speak very negatively on different views or on what people believe in, basically. People moral compass, what they believe in, and stuff like that. Which Kirk was one of those who did that heavily, and Charleston White is one of those who do that heavily. Something going on with my did that heavily as well. So it's a dangerous game to play, but it for sure makes money.
Yeah, he's 100% right.
Think about your red pillars, Andrew Tate, Sneeko during that time, Fresh and Fit, all these people who were just on here, just calling women 304s and all that, and being a shot jock and stuff like that. They made a lot of money. They never lasted.
Now, this interview I knew was doomed from the very beginning, because if you watched any Charleston White interview, there are a couple of things that just don't fly when it comes to Charleston White. One is interrupting Charleston White. Once you interrupt Charleston White, he hates it, right? Because he wants to go on and fully gives out his thoughts. This dude was the king of interruption, kept on interrupting him. Secondly, man, fam, if you bring on Charleston White and you tell Charleston White, hey, we can't talk about this, that's going to be the thing he wants to talk about the most. And when it comes to industry people, for example, Loon is for the most part engraved in the Atlanta industry. So he has relationships with Young Thug, Lucci, Woody, and other people that he's still trying to protect. So when you bring Charleston White on, he tells Charleston White, man, bro, we can't talk about certain things. And the reason why he tells Charleston White he can't talk about Young Thug and other people is because he wants to protect his relationship. But once you let Charleston White know you can't talk about Young Thug, he's going to want to talk about Young Thug. And now he automatically is looking at you as if you're the op. And that's what happened with Charleston White and Loon, because Loon tells Charleston White, I want the real you. I don't want the character. Give me the real you. So Charleston said, okay, cool. I'll give you the real me. But the real me calls out rappers. And he began to start to call out certain rappers. Now Loon all of a sudden, no, I don't want the real you. Don't talk about this.
A 2-day time span this week. So now, homie, the real me, homie, I can't bring to the world.
Introducing Iron Beam, the best choice for futures trading. Iron Beam is the industry.
Because they don't know the pain of our children. If I brought the real me, there's no way I could sit on these podcasts and have dialogue, because I'm gonna take everything back to the lyrical content of hip hop. I'm gonna take everything back to how's Young Thug and all these people still getting highlighted, but y'all have never highlighted no victim of their crimes.
I don't want to talk about Thug.
All I'm saying,
I know you're doing your, but you know that's my little.
Let me say this: he has a point. Charleston White have made points whenever he's being serious about, like, y'all glorify people music that literally speaks about victims who were killed, like people, the smoking on Tuka, the 6-7 thing. That's a whole thing about somebody getting dropped. You got Lil Young Thug whenever he was talking about people getting smoked and what you doing it. You got a lot of music. I'm not gonna act like these are like terrible people. There's a lot of people who flex their murders, and it just became a new thing, drill rapping. That's what it is. So his whole point of view is that you're glorifying killers at the end of the day, like, and he don't rock with that. So I don't think he's wrong in saying that. It doesn't change the fact the music sounds good. It's just that I do understand where he's coming from when he says that.
So I'm saying, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the victims of the crime.
Yeah, let's talk about crimes that have victims.
Let's talk about victims of crime.
I don't understand the logic of bringing on Charleston White, because you probably seen him online going viral for talking about people in the industry, and then bringing him on and telling him not to talk about training people in the industry because you want to protect your relationship with them. This is why I tell you from the very beginning, bruh, I'm a loner. I'm in isolation, bruh, all right? I'm not no industry dude. I don't have industry relationships. I just don't. You know why? Because rappers are not our friends. Like, rappers don't like us. No, rappers will only get close to us or build a friendship with us or build a bond with us so they could use us to disseminate their particular agenda and narrative, right? So Loon probably thinks Thug is his friend. He thinks, yo, man, Thug and Lucci, and man, those are my guys. No, bro, Thug don't like you.
He don't know you.
Thug don't like blog. Yo, rappers are the most selfish, narcissist human beings on the planet. They don't like you. No, they're trying to use you. And Loon fell for it, right? And Charleston White was not just gonna just be told, yo, you can't talk about Thug. No, right? You asked for the real. So Charleston White was trying to give you the real, and you start seeing Loon panicking, bro. Once Charleston White said, man, let me pull out my phone and call the detective so they could tell me how many victims Young Thug got. Man, Loon started sweating and hyperventilating, man.
Yeah, so if you want the real me, let's have that discussion. Other than that, I got to play
Let's go. Let's talk about it.
So let's name some.
You want to talk about some victims?
So let's name some of Thug victims.
Nah, we don't talk about Thug. We're not talking about Thug. We're not talking about Thug.
Let me call Atlanta Police Department and get some names of Thug's victims then. Some people who done died.
We're not talking about Thug.
Victims then.
Now let's talk about victims, period.
We finna talk.
We ain't talking about Thug.
You can't now. We gonna talk about Thug.
We not talking about Thug.
Let me get some of Thug.
Man, we not talking about Thug, man. We leaving Thug out of this.
No, we ain't.
We moving forward. We moving forward.
Nah,
we ain't got to end the interview. We moving forward.
We can end interview.
Man, we moving forward,
we can't talk
Charleston.
about Thug and them victims.
We not talking about Thug, man. What kind of would I be to let you talk about Thug in front of me like that?
You would be the media personality and journalist that you said you are, who respects his audience, to not put the agenda of Young Thug above his audience. Yo, your audience is listening to this interview wanting Charleston White to speak on Young Thug, wanting Charleston White to speak freely and talk his talk.
Exactly.
So, yeah, if you let him do it, you will be the journalist and the podcaster that you said you are.
Yeah.
Yo, you think that Young Thug is taking you into consideration when he makes music? If, let's say, yo, you got a relationship with YFL, you don't think Young Thug is saying, man, Loon likes Lucci. Nah, man, Loon likes this guy. I'm not gonna discuss these people in my cut it. I mean, Young Thug don't give a damn about you or nobody else other than Young Thug. So to me, this was just very disappointing, and I didn't expect.
Young Thug probably forgets his dude's name every 2 months. He probably sees him and asks him, who? Oh, yeah, that's my man. That's my man. Yeah. Young Thug doesn't know who the fuck you are, nor does he give a fuck. He got other problems, bigger problems he's dealing with right now.
Expect this, because, for the most part, I thought Loon did not have any attachments to the industry. I know he's signed to the Black Effect Network, iHeart, but I didn't expect Loon to, be this industry, all right? So Charleston White, then the warning from Loon, and then flipped the script on him, right? So he couldn't talk about Young Thug, so he said, all right, cool, I'm gonna talk about you instead. So then that got Loon pretty pissed off when Charleston White began to question Loon's leadership and how he takes care of the people around him.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
Let's talk about the destruction that these causing. Still to this day.
Ain't nobody causing destruction.
Then
You
get off
just
the
talking.
snitch, Thug. Let Gunna be free.
Hey, why we talking about Thug?
Hold him accountable like you trying to do everybody else.
Then what I don't understand.
Heard that shit, my
Then what I don't
Hold them
understand.
niggas ass accountable.
You ain't even having no conversation.
I don't want to have no conversation because you done lost the intelligence, Charles.
How I defend him? I said we don't want to talk about him.
Talk about it,
I'm
nigga.
a big homie.
Fuck
We
a
ain't
big
talking
homie
about
talk,
Charleston.
nigga. Feed your family. Fuck being
I done led my
Then
village.
you done
nigga.
misled, nigga.
You got life fucked up.
Them
Fuck
niggas ain't listening to you.
life fucked up. What?
Then make them apologize
What?
to them. You say you're a big homie.
Of course.
Yo,
You crazy.
stop hollering big homie. Talk to name. I ain't no big homie. I'm a daddy.
I'm a daddy too.
I ain't
I'm
big
multiple
homie. I don't
things.
lead no.
I'm multiple things.
Self.
I lead the village. Man.
What village?
This one.
What village?
This one.
Name something you do out here.
I just fed 52 families last.
One thing I can appreciate about Charleston White is that he be calling all these gangsters out. He be calling all these fake gangsters out too, and people who be trying to hold their street cred rather than actually, do something good for the community. That's one thing I respect about Charleston White. He acts a fool. He is a shot jock, but at the same time, that little truth that I speak about that he comes out with, is basically saying that, look, man, y'all popularizing people who are doing bad shit. I think it's stupid. And then the people around them who's popularizing the people doing bad shit, these are goofies too. These people ain't hard. They just got a little bit of street cred because Young Thug say they dope. Some of the rappers say they valid, so now they feel like they gotta protect them because they got a handshake from them, or because they shot them out, or just because they sat down with them. You just as goofy as them. You glorifying somebody who did something wrong. And I stand behind that. I ain't gonna lie.
This week. I just fed 52 families last week. And I'm feeding 500 families things for the
I did that
family.
shit by myself for 10 years.
I'm
Don't
doing
talk
it
that
out my
shit to me.
pocket, though.
I did it out my pocket for 10 years. Never took a dollar from nobody.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's why I'm so goddamn bold in what I say.
Once you get to a point where you're arguing about who spends more per month feeding the homeless, you guys are too far gone. There is no middle ground. Now, that last clip probably is not a good example of this, but during this interview, Charleston White will be speaking in general, and Loon will automatically internalize it and personalize it and react to such. So it got to a point where even Charleston White got frustrated because Loon kept interrupting, kept feeling like he got to go tit for tat with Charleston White, and he was on the offense the entire time, opposed to the other interviews I've seen from Loon where he sits back, he asks questions, and he just relaxes. This interview, it kind of felt like he thought he had something to prove. He thought he had to, I don't know, keep up with Charleston White intellectually or something. But yeah, this entire interview to me was a wash.
Black people never took their kids to psychologists to be classified as mentally.
No,
This nigga talking
we ain't
to an
talking about
educational
classified.
scholar. Homie, listen,
We
I
talking
don't know
about
what word-
weaponized.
I don't know what you.
So-
I ain't never heard white people use words.
That's
as
right, you
weaponized.
didn't go to school.
That's what I'm talking about.
So
I had a private
sometimes you
tutor.
need the
I had a
student
private
learn
tutor.
with his
I had
mouth
a private
closed.
tutor. I had a
The
private
student
tutor.
learn with his mouth
One-on-one.
closed.
What's your highest education?
Don't worry
Mine
about it.
pre-law.
This is what you
Yeah,
wrong.
bro, I hate this
one-on-one
shit.
tutor.
Brother,
I just
brother.
recently left
Hey,
college.
brother.
I teach at college.
Let me say something.
I teach
You
at
being
college.
ignorant,
Now
Charles.
you being ignorant. Anytime I listen to
I'm not a convict.
Man, that nigga telling you ain't got no education for me to even
I'm
listen
not
to.
a
nigga.
convict.
You ain't
And
got
I
no
have a Charleston.
You ain't got no education for me. Listen
Charleston.
to my nigga. I teach at
That's what I'm
college.
saying.
Loon broke every cardinal rule in regards to interviewing Charleston White. Now, dare I say, I actually agree with Loon on a couple of things, right? I agree with Loon for sticking up for black children. I agree with Loon on a couple of things he said during his entire interview. However, when you're interviewing Charleston White, there are 3 things you probably don't do. You don't go tit for tat, right? You just don't, right? You don't ban certain things from happening, and you don't interrupt them. Loon broke all 3 of those rules. So far, you guys probably only seen 2 examples, but the last example of interrupting is actually why Charleston White up and just left the podcast, right? So Charleston White got frustrated that Loon wouldn't let him finish a sentence because at this point, Loon was pretty combative and Loon was no longer in interviewer mode. He was in debater mode. And he kept trying to debate or engage Charleston White, and Charleston White did not want to engage.
It called Street Life Cycle. You go listen to this kid's rapper and listen to the lyrics. Children have a young, impressionable mind. This kid don't know this is just a form of rap. He think this is a way for him to express himself.
A way of life.
And he done found the words to express how he feeling. Those same words that he's expressed, they show in their actions. If you study each one of them. If you study the actions of NBA YoungBoy, he got a mama problem, to disrespect his mama in front of the camera, then beat his baby mama, dragged her down the hallway, in and out of jail, medication, mental health medication. He just got off mental health medication. If you've been studying.
Yeah, I got
So it was court ordered for him to do it. So I'm thinking a little higher than everybody else.
Wait, why you think that? Tell me why you think that.
Think what?
That you think it higher than everybody else. I share
Yes,
some of
I
those
think it's
opinions.
about
Not us. I'm saying some people share the opinion that he just left, and when you say that, it makes sense.
Don't
Let me not personalize it. If I personalize it, I apologize. If I personalize it, I apologize as a man.
So this is what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Most people just seeing the artist, and this is a big tour.
Right.
Every rapper is no longer a studio gangster. Their lyrics are real, and they live out their real lyrics. That's why they keep getting in trouble by the lyrics.
I argue that they're mascots.
If they're mascots, then how we know the crime they committed? How we know
They don't commit the crime like the mascot don't play for the team. He's on the team, but he don't get on the court. I believe that rappers are more so mascots than they are actual players these days.
YFN Lucci shot at Woody at a park with Woody baby in his hand. YFN Lucci was a shooter. So I hear what you're saying,
Right.
but I can call those detectives right now with those same.
Yeah, I can't go against that.
So I heard you their mascot, but you got some players.
Yeah,
King Von was a
right.
player.
Some of them are players, like I won't dispute that. You're right.
It's hard for me to communicate with
My bad, brother. Let's have a conversation, brother. I don't want that energy. I want us to intellectually have a conversation like me and Umar do. I don't want us to get to this place.
You done tit for tat me, fam. Homie, it's something in this brain. It's a message that I gotta say, but I gotta start here and go through and take you where you can understand.
Okay,
But
go
you
ahead.
Stop me here. Stop. I lost it. So it's hard to connect with the spirit of intelligence or whatever it is. When tit for tat, I lose it, homie. I lose it. It's exhausting with my people, homie, man. But because you for whatever reason you've taken a defensive side.
I'm not defensive. You just listen, brother. I say out of respect for me. You know where it went
Go back
wrong.
and watch it. Every time
you
I
know
say-
where it went wrong.
You won't let me just fully explain. Nobody black does it except Anton Daniel. Say TV do it, and it hurts our interviews because we can't flow. You booked me not to out-talk me.
No.
But I'm saying it seemed like once you took the defensive third, I say something, you block me. Homie, let me flow.
I don't know how I done that because I'm just having a
Well,
conversation.
just go back
And then
watch
I'm a
it.
man, so when you say certain things to me, you got to expect for some kind of result from it.
No. Don't be a man, homie. Be a journalist.
I am a journalist.
But don't be a man, so a journalist have to put
You
his
just
man-
said I was a journalist.
But hear me out. You ain't let me talk, homie. Damn. I'm done. I hate this. Nigga, I hate this. I hate to come to black people and be like, I don't even want to get paid, man.
No, let's not do that, Charles. You done came way down here. Why we doing that? Hey, Charles, hold on. Whoa. Listen, Charleston.
Ain't got nothing to do with no man shit. I just had a homie. I done made it up here with white people. I'm with Steve. We'll do it. I ain't gotta keep tit for tat with my people when the game will let me flow.
I agree with Charleston White 100%.
I'm gonna lie. I was just about to say that I completely agree with Charleston White on this. This is a black people problem. My dad loves to say, you know, niggas can communicate. That is a big thing we always say. And that's true. And let me just not put, it's true. Let me just not even say it's not only a black thing, but as a black person, I've seen it happen a lot with my people. I can't talk with my people and have dialogue with my people because there's always a tit for tat, debate. Somebody feels disrespected. You can never get what you want to get across. It's not only black people, but I know exactly what he was saying in that moment, which causes this to happen. It becomes a debate spectacle. It becomes a debate scene rather than a conversation. An interview, a journalist, like he said. Oh, I'm a man. I can't let you disrespect. You pay him to come here and speak his mind. Shut the fuck up and let him speak his mind. Ask him questions. Okay, but don't interrupt him. You're not here to debate with him. He didn't say I'm coming here to debate. He said, I'm coming here to interview. You're interviewing him. You paid him to come here and talk, not to come debate with you. And I get where he's coming from. Charleston is completely right on this, and I don't blame him. Y'all let me know what y'all think of Charleston White. Y'all agree with his thing? Y'all disagree, and what those things are? And do you think he was in the right for what he did right here? Go check out Poet Flacco's video, the full thing, if you want to. We kind of reacted to the full thing. So yeah. But if you want to see more of his videos, please support the man. He's doing way better than me. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.